eating more now will help you, if you're part of the over-dieted population, or your clients to actually succeed better in the summertime. And what that is a lot of people kind of take the fall and winter time off of dieting anyways. Maybe they don't necessarily give themselves permission to, they just kind of fall off the wagon. And so what I'm talking about is a purposeful break from dieting, which most people should be taking anyway. So if your clients are not already taking diet breaks, they should be. So what we recommend at Eat More to Weigh Less is extended diet breaks if you haven't done one ever. So if you're part of the population that just dieted like years and years and years and years and years and never ever ever took a break, this is one of those times that you would want to do that purposefully, not just binging and falling off. So the top 2 reasons why it's beneficial for someone to increase their calories during this time of year is not only because of the fact that it goes with what their natural rhythms probably are anyways, and that they kind of fall into that habit, but by doing it purposefully, you're giving your body a break, which resets your metabolism. If your body does not know what maintenance is, it will not respond to a deficit. The reason why most of us end up on that yo-yo is because we are at a calorie level that's here, and then we drop the calorie levels to here, and then our body responds by losing fat. But when we just stay here at the deficit, thinking that the longer we stay there, the better the results we'll get, our metabolism just adjusts, it adapts to the deficit, and your deficit becomes maintenance. So encourage your clients to take opportunities to actually take breaks. So if they're not already taking one every like 4 to 6 weeks or so, like just taking a week off and eating at maintenance, then having seasons where they eat at maintenance is highly suggested. So like during fall or winter, or months where they are cooler and they have a tendency to eat more anyways, this is a great time to do it. So the number 1 benefit is that it's going to help reset your metabolism. And the number 2 benefit is that it's going to help you to build muscle if you are working out in a way that's appropriate to build muscle. So this is a great time to build muscle, because a lot of people, what happens in summer, a lot of people get motivated either the first of the year, and then again right around March or April, people get motivated again to kind of lose weight. The weather starts warming up and they're getting ready to show skin, and they want to go on diets, and they want to have kind of the ripped look. But what happens is that as they diet, they find out that they don't look like they thought they would. And that's typically because most people are in a muscle deficit. Dieting deteriorates your muscle. It eats away at your muscle. It tells your body that you don't need the muscle, so your body gets rid of that muscle. So what happens when you go on that diet and you think, okay, I'm just going to lose a little bit of this fat and I'm going to be shredded. Well, you can't be shredded if there isn't any muscle there. So you need to take periods of time where you actually go through muscle building phases. Every 4 to 6 weeks, we just recommend taking 1 week off. If you go longer than that, then you need to take more time off. So like if you go 8 to 10 weeks, then you would need to take 2 weeks off. And that reason is to constantly remind your body of what maintenance is, so that it can react to a deficit. Because that's the key to remember, that is that if your body doesn't know what maintenance is, then a deficit is not a deficit. That means that you're not on a diet anymore. You're just eating at maintenance if you stay at diet level calories forever. So taking breaks, if you dieted all summer, then fall is a good time to go back to maintenance. If you're not familiar with what a metabolism reset is, you can go to my website. It's em2wl.com or eatmore2weighless.com. And on the Start Here tab, we have a metabolism reset guide, which kind of explains all this, because we recommend when people have been dieting for decades, often they maybe have never taken a break, or their metabolism has just completely crashed, then they need to usually take anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks and sometimes up to 6 to 9 months of eating at maintenance before their body recognizes that, okay, this is maintenance, so that when you go on a deficit, they understand that, okay, now's the time to reduce fat. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions on that, but the top 2 reasons why you want to encourage your clients to eat more during the fall and winter season is that it's going to help reset their metabolisms, because eating at maintenance reminds your body of what maintenance is, and it's going to help them build muscle. If they are in a deficit all the time, then they're probably not building very much muscle. So go through the phases where it's natural to do it during these colder months, because it's when you're more inclined to eat a little bit more anyways, and you also have on the layers, so you're not as concerned with what's happening underneath the skin as the muscle's building. And then the first of the year, or the start of spring, when people are a little bit more motivated to lose fat again, they'll actually have some layers of muscle underneath that fat to reveal. So people that don't do that tend to be irritated or kind of upset with the way that they look each summer, because often you look worse each summer because you're constantly losing muscle. So even if you get back down to what you thought was your ideal size, you don't actually look the same anymore. And if you actually take that break and give yourself permission to take it, rather than just saying like, screw it, and going on a binge all winter long, then it's actually more beneficial, because you're still paying attention to what you're doing, you're still focusing during your workouts, you're still hitting your macronutrient goals. So I would highly recommend you doing it, or encouraging your clients to eat a little bit more during this time of year. At the very least, eat at maintenance. And if they're not comfortable eating at maintenance all winter long, then they can just do diet breaks at the very least.